Right, so today we are looking at a 28-year-old from the Philippines who insists that her relationship with a rich 70-year-old is not for her green card. And I'm joined by Cam Kirkham.
Hello.
Already pretty suspicious, isn't it?
It is. I'm kind of hyped for this one. I'm interested.
We watched a bit of 90 Day Fiancé together, and this basically feels like a 90 Day Fiancé mini episode, doesn't it?
It does. It's like our little date that we have every so often.
Although I've watched enough 90 Day Fiancé to know not to judge them straight away, because some of the most like unlikely couples end up being real, and some of the most like normal sounding couples actually tend to have so much baggage.
Are you saying there's going to be a couple of curveballs in this?
Let's find out.
This is 28-year-old Jackie. She fell in love with 70-year-old
Bullshit.
David.
David just isn't her type, is it? Like, how does this come about where a 28-year-old and a 70-year-old reasonably...
Arthur.
Go on.
He's beautiful in the inside. You're so shallow.
We don't even know that yet. He could be an arsehole. Genuinely, if you have to give this a confidence scale 1 to 10, what are you saying?
I'm giving 10.
All right, I'm a 1. Let's see.
We are in love.
And there are 42 years between us.
42 years is actually crazy.
Mate, that's actually mental. The fact that you're like more than middle-aged for the average like lifespan when she was getting born, kind of odd.
That's not father and daughter. That is literally grandfather and granddaughter age.
Do you think that you could be with, like, say that you're the 28-year-old, could you be with a 70-year-old if they were beautiful?
You know what? If Dame Judi Dench slides into my DMs, I think I'm saying yes. And she's older than 70.
Yeah.
Arthur was saying this. Arthur Hill said he would be dating Cher.
She is an icon.
How high would you go?
Oh, I would go like, I would go like 80.
I think I'd push 100 if the Queen R.I.P.
The Queen, could you imagine the Queen sliding into your DMs? You have to say yes.
I'm at Buckingham Palace with my hair slicked back within 3 minutes of her messaging me.
On that 4-poster bed, just like spread out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The couple met in the Philippines 7 years ago and got married after Jackie moved to the US.
So that's the other thing as well, like... There was one really famous one on 90 Day Fiancé where this guy from India and this girl from the US, like massive age difference, the lady was so much older, and everyone was like, oh, this is so obviously fake. But then she moved to India to be with him. So if this guy moved to the Philippines, I'd be like, well, at least she's not using you for a green card, maybe money, but...
It's a bit convenient, isn't it?
It's already screaming transactional.
We found each other, and we hope that others who watch us on TikTok...
Oh, he's got some moves though. I can see what she's saying now.
Why does every one of these couples or all this kind of stuff all have weird TikTok pages where they announce to the world about their weird relationship?
Do you not think it's weird that why can't they just have this in private? Like, fair enough, the TikTok account, right? That some couples do that. But why do they need the full-on documentary?
I think we need to bring shame back into our society, because you wouldn't be posting TikToks of you dancing together.
No, unless he's got a lot of money and is famous, then I'm doing it.
Wait, why are you now dating an old man?
Oh yeah, no, sorry, woman.
We are watching Love Don't Judge as well, so if you wanted to date an old man, Cam, I'd back it.
Thanks, mate. Wonder if there's a Tinder for that.
We received a number of negative comments. What are you doing, Grandpa, with her?
I am a gold digger. A green card digger. My family was...
Not denying it, by the way. Just being like, they said I was a gold digger and a green card digger. Anyway, my family...
I no comment.
My family was...
Are they not going to let her finish? My family was threatening to kill him.
Yeah.
What's the end of that sentence?
My family phoned the police on him, and that's why we're in the US.
Not too hot.
It looks like an old people's home, and she's like a carer.
Yeah, it does. Like she's clocking out at 6 p.m.
Yeah, she's like, I've given you your tea, I've wiped your ass, I've showered you, I'm going home.
See, that's actually quite a kink. Kind of getting into it now.
I really hope there's not an extra weird dimension to this.
Not too hot. My name is David, and I'm 70 years old.
It really doesn't help that he sounds like Herbert the pervert from Family Guy as well, does it?
I got a whole freezer full of popsicles.
Hello, kids.
My name is Jackie. I'm 28 years old. We are in love.
And there is a 42-year age gap.
No, like that's a peck. That's the peck that like you give if you don't want to kiss. Where's the tongues?
Yeah, that is not a romantic kiss. Not that I'm sitting here like, give us some tongue, old man.
No, I do. I want proof. Like they don't usually kiss because why? Nobody kisses like this.
That's true. That's the kind of like
Slowly.
kiss that people who kiss their dogs kiss, where they're like, I can just about manage this, but it's disgusting.
I'm retired. Jackie has a job.
At our local drugstore.
And we've been together for more than 6 years.
Oh my goodness. So she was 22
Oh my.
and he was 64.
Oh my God, mate. That okay. Right.
I thought Big Ed was bad. She was from the Philippines as well, and she was like 20 and he was 54.
Could you not find somebody like even, you know, in their 60s? I'm just trying to push the boat out there.
I get that transactional relationships are a thing, but can you not get someone that's a bit younger?
Just soften the blow a little.
I was guessing he'd be pretty rich, but given she's got a job, he can't be that rich.
Unless that's like his one condition, that she needs to do that. And she's like, you know what, I'll work on the drugstore as long as I get to stay here.
We met in October of 2016.
You know as well, you know when she's cooking his breakfast, she's just putting a little bit more seasoning there. Just in case it sends him over the edge, just a bit of more turmeric.
Bit of extra butter, a bit of extra salt, increase that blood pressure a little bit.
Yeah.
She leaves the house mid-pandemic and just takes the mask off straight away. And she's like, fingers crossed I bring this back. Someone sneezes on the tube and she just runs over and is like...
Just like trying to get everything into her.
I was using a dating site. One day I saw your profile.
He hunted her.
He definitely had Tinder Gold.
Wait, what did he say? Dating profile, social media profile?
Dating.
That means that his searchable age range was also
18 to 22.
down at 22.
I reckon he's one of these people that, like, even when he was still in America, he changed his location to the Philippines. Like, he was...
Yes.
You know, some people do that when they're single. Like, if they're going somewhere, they'll put, like, the location.
For like a month in advance.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to gauge what's... Not me.
Bro knows all the tricks.
Yeah, just asking for a friend.
Let me write this one down for my holiday that's coming up.
I got his message and I'm like, okay. And we met.
She said, okay. She was like, he's from America. He'll do.
Yeah, is that the only thing that was attractive about him, that where he was born?
Her fishing rod was tugging and she's like, got one.
We met for the first time in person at a Starbucks.
I think he really loves her.
Do you think?
The way he looks at her, it's like, just there, it's like he's obsessed with her.
This is the sad thing, because like with couples like this, if she stays in the US for 2 years, she can then divorce him, take half of his stuff and keep the green card.
And is he going to make it that long?
In fact, you're right. You know, earlier I was saying like, oh, why can't she find someone younger? Maybe the older the better. Maybe she'd rather someone who was like 80 or 90 because they just hurry up.
I did not review his profile. I don't have idea how he looks like.
Wait, so she had no idea what he looked like and she was still like, okay.
There's no chance. When she met him for the first time, she was like, oh God, oh no.
Or she's thinking like, yes, quick, let's get married whilst your heart's still beating.
I want to know... I want to know, like, what his job was. Because clearly he's got a very nice home.
Yeah.
Let's look at this from his perspective. That might be what attracts her to him, you know? Like, he might be really passionate about what he's into. And that's, like, really attractive to her, I think.
Maybe that worked to my advantage that she didn't know what I looked like before we met for the first time.
How many pills does he have to take to still get that up, man?
Yeah. To be fair, he does seem like quite a sweet old man.
Arthur, that's what you say about your granda.
Yeah, he is. He might as well be.
You don't say this about your partner. Yeah, he's a sweet old man.
But the sad thing with like Big Ed and a lot of them is they get treated so badly. A lot of the problem with these types of relationships is you get the person who like is from the US or the UK or whatever, like kind of holding the green card over their head.
Yeah, you're probably right. This is actually one of the nicer 2-year periods, if that's the case, that you can go through.
Well, again, we're only 2 minutes in out of 8, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Let's see what dark secrets they're hiding.
We got together 2 or 3 more times before I returned to the United States.
Yeah.
You were 21 at the time, and I was 63 at the time.
Or 21.
To 63, that is literally a third of his age.
That is outrageous, mate.
I mean, consenting adults, so nothing technically wrong with it, but it's a bit like, you've got to ask why.
No, age wasn't a big factor in my search. It just happened to be that in Jackie's case, she happened to be much younger than me.
It just happened to be the case.
Oh yeah, I just stumbled across a 21-year-old. Yeah, okay, mate, we believe you.
On social media as well, so he could see how young she was and just be like, nah, come on, pal.
You know his explore page is horrible.
No, I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
What do you mean by that?
It's like this is so off topic, but did you see when like the senators in the USA were interviewing the guy who is in control of TikTok?
Yes.
He was asking like why it's just young girls doing these dances, and he was like, well, it is a For You page.
Yeah.
That I returned to the Philippines.
Yes.
It was during that second trip to the Philippines where I proposed to you.
He proposed that early. He met her a few times, flew back and proposed.
No, I actually rate that. He's like, no, that she's the one I want. I'm going to put a ring on it. This one's mine.
He's got someone young and beautiful who's like, yes, I want you. And he's like jumped on it.
Yeah, it would be mad if he was the one that was thinking about settling down now.
Then I think it was in October when you actually received the visa
Yes.
and then came to the United States and then got married in February of
2018.
Of February 2018, and this was uploaded in 2023, to be fair.
Oh.
So she didn't leave straight away.
She extended the loan.
When I
We're going to
wear
come
this
off as such awful people if these two are like actually happily married.
I know. To be fair, I think it's fair enough for us to initially assume, and if they prove us wrong, we'll give them credit where credit's due, but, you know, I'm seeing a lot of gold around her, so I'm still waiting.
Our wedding day was fun. It was the best day of my life. My
Aww.
parents and my siblings couldn't make it here because they're in the Philippines. Dave's
Aw.
friends and sister-in-law was here, so my family
Oh, this is
was.
sad. That's sad.
They are very supportive.
Wait, did the camera cut there? Are the family behind the camera with the gun?
I won't regret when I married Dave because he's a really nice man. He loved me, he respects me, so
You know, that is like a big thing in a relationship, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Respect, love, I know it's the basic thing, but, you know, a lot of relationships that she might have been in might not have had that.
You could be right. I mean, maybe things are turning.
we about age gap, I didn't have any problem at all.
I mean, even if you don't have a problem with the initial age gap, are you not worried that, like, in 5-10 years he could lose his mind or die or...
Yeah, and forget who you are.
Like, you'll be putting him in a home and you'll be in your mid-30s and you'll be like, oh.
But then, freedom, right? Spend that money, baby.
That's where you enjoy that green card. Vegas Strip.
I had concerns about the age gap, but it wasn't from my perspective. It was from Jackie's perspective. So when I was courting Jackie,
Courting. This man has been through many a world war.
and I would remind her that I'm older than her parents,
That is a weird dynamic, like, for the parents. Imagine if you met your daughter's partner and they were older than you.
Yeah, that's so bizarre.
How would you react to that? It's like they could tell you off.
That's like thinking now, like mine and your ages, like a decade or whatever from now, we'll have a kid, but the guy that kid ends up dating could be older than us now.
Yeah, I wouldn't allow it. I know that's
Yeah,
quite
no, I'd be
controlling
like,
me, but I'd be like, no, this is not happening.
Look at the dress!
wow, your wedding dress. You look as beautiful today as you did back then.
Oh, he is a bit of a charmer, to be fair. He knows that. Look how happy she is.
I feel so awful for being so mean.
I get the feeling some weird stuff's gonna come out.
Yeah, what happens if, like, a total curveball, like, the reason her family didn't come is because they're chopped up in the fridge in the basement?
That is a mental thing to say. How can you go from, like, I feel bad for judging her for using it for a green card, maybe they murdered her family?
You don't know what goes on behind closed doors, man.
And she's made a wonderful adjustment to life in the United States. And I think
I
part
bet
of
she
that
has.
stems from the fact that she likes it here.
Yeah, she could have literally left 4 years ago with half his stuff and a green card. After the 2 years, the partner can be like, I think I was scammed. And you can basically have a ruling where, an annulment, where it's just like, it's as if the marriage never happened.
Do you know this just off 90 Day Fiance?
Yeah.
That's actually such a, like, you must have got so much knowledge from just watching that show.
I know, I could probably become a family lawyer in the US that deals with this kind of stuff from all the niche knowledge, from all the, like, specific cases I've searched up to know this.
And you would make bank.
Took a lot of courage on her part to make the move. She was leaving the only life that she ever knew. She was leaving her family and friends, and that took a lot of courage.
It is actually like a mental sacrifice if you really think about it, like the amount that they give up. They leave their entire lives behind.
Yeah, that's like you just moving to the Philippines now to be with, like, a very 70-year-old woman.
There was a girl from the Philippines on the UK version, and she just came and lived with this guy in Slough. They just lived in this tiny little apartment and it was constantly grey. And I was like, is this actually a life upgrade?
Our country's so terrible, isn't it?
The weather is miserable like 90% of the time.
And everyone's miserable as well.
If you're watching this from a sunny country, please appreciate what you've got.
Yeah, and if you're watching this from Slough, I hope you feel terrible.
Yeah, you should. I've just lost my 3 subscribers from Slough for saying that.
They've got to have like you on a crucifix in the town centre.
When my mother was still alive, she really loved you.
I know. That's why she gave me this ring.
This ring that was a family heirloom. This was.
See, if he give me that, I'd be straight to cash converters.
Okay, right. The kiss. She's definitely a little bit disgusted by him, isn't she? I mean, she's wincing.
A little, I think she's like completely disgusted by him.
She definitely gets into the bed on her once a month night and is like, oh, fine.
What, the smell of death is just so awful. When he spunks, it would be dust. I'm sorry.
Oh my good lord.
Do you remember when you first saw my late father's LP collection?
Yeah.
It just blew your mind.
That's pretty cool, to be fair.
No, that is cool, yeah. I don't know if this guy has had a wife that, you know, has passed, but imagine you died and then your partner gets like a nice looking 28-year-old. You'd be like, the little bastard.
Didn't even think about that. Imagine she's in heaven just watching, like, brilliant.
When me and Chloe like grow old, and if she got with someone that was better looking than me, let's say the Jacob Elordi of like the next time, I would be fuming.
What happens when you're in heaven as well? And you're like, well, this is awkward. I've literally spent the last 10 years watching you rail someone.
What, you'd watch every night?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Nah, I just turn that channel off. I'd go to the next channel.
I'll do 5 seconds and I'll back out. You do 5 seconds and back out, and then we'll do it together.
Yes, sir. At first,
Bruce
I
choreographing a TikTok dance.
Yeah, Louis Spence over here.
during the lockdown.
All right, Ashley Banjo, calm down.
I think this
Oh,
is going to
bless
take
him.
a little bit of editing.
He's self-aware. I like that.
Is that all they do as well? Just dance? Like, that's how you really know that a TikToker has a distinct lack of any real talent. Don't even get me wrong. The ones that can dance well, I have just as much respect for. But when they're just jigging along.
But you know what's so disheartening? It's the ones that can dance well will have like 5,000 views. The ones that dance terrible have like 3 million views.
We've received very positive judgments. That's not to say that every comment that comes in is positive.
To be fair, you do get hate for anything on the internet, don't you? Like,
That's done well as well. 28,000 likes. That's like a 250,000 possible video.
probably even more, because I imagine the ones that like bang, but bang because they get a lot of hate, the view ratio is even higher. That could be a 500,000 to 1 million video.
Money is green, and so are green cards.
The dramatic zooms kind of throw us off that something's going to happen.
I was thinking that you don't really get TV show episodes like this where the editors are kind of cold with it.
I am a gold digger. Money is green, and so are green cards.
What are you doing, Grandpa, with her?
Lucky grandpa.
Every US Philippines combo I've ever seen. It makes me feel bad for the genuine couples. And to be fair, a lot of relationships are transactional anyway. This is among the nicer ones I've seen. These two treat each other right, don't beat each other up or gaslight each other. So,
Which I love is the baseline.
yeah, exactly. But if you're like an actual Philippine US combo, I bet you get such shade and you're just like, it's nothing like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we actually love each other for who we are.
Some of the negative comments are kind of clever.
And I'm
I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'll get a hate comment and be like, I can't even be mad. You kind of cooked me and that was funny.
Somebody commented on one of my videos the other day. It was like, I love that his teeth are perpendicular and not parallel. And I was like, that's actually hilarious. Like that's
Yeah.
you've won.
I pay most of the bills, but Jackie has a job
to support my family.
to support her family.
And also, like, some people will hate on that, but like, if they've agreed and he's clearly happy with, like, I don't feel like that's even that much of an issue.
You can imagine like one of those Brexit accounts being in the comment like, they're stealing our money and taking it back, but that's weird as well. What the hell is that?
Oh my god, I didn't even spot that.
It's a bit bizarre.
That's how he sits when she enters the room. You know, unless he's eradicated any memory of her, I don't think he was previously married, because I can't see, like, normally you would have at least maybe one photo of your previous, you know, wife.
Oh yeah.
Unless they divorced, obviously. But if she died when they were still together, maybe this is his first wife.
I don't know though, because if these two have been married for 4 years, would you as the like incoming partner be like,
Get this bitch out.
maybe take them down? Yeah.
My life has improved dramatically since we met each other. I just couldn't be happier.
Thank you.
All I want is one genuine kiss, and then I'll change my mind a little bit more.
I want some tongue action.
If the two people love each other, if they want to go through life together, age is just a number.
Won't hold up in a court of law, pal.
What's your overall thought? Are you positive, negative?
I mean, the fact that she stayed 4 years after she could have left.
True.
And they're relatively nice and happy and treat each other well. I do think it's so transactional, but of all relationships I've looked at and been like, this is terrible. I've seen worse. How about you?
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm actually I've left this video with a nicer feeling than I thought I would.
Whereas, surprisingly, the YouTube comment section, like, are not in favor at all. As soon as they said Philippines, I knew exactly what was going on. She never once said she loved him or even likes him. She just kept saying how nice he is and what he does for her. But hey, it's also none of our business. He's not in love with her. He's just happy to have a companion. She's not in love with him. She just wants a better life.
Mate, I love that.
Good for them.
I love that second comment, like saying the most outrageous thing and then go, but it's none of our business.
Yeah, but none of our business, and like cooking them all like they're not in love, they're using each other, but good for them. This year's Oscar winner. I guess at the end of the day, if they're both happy doing it, not affecting anyone else, it's another one where you do you.
Yeah, you do you.
And with that, thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you're subscribed for whatever weird stuff we cover next. Go check out Cam's channel. We did one where the women in their relationship act like a dog.
What an absolute roller coaster.
And thanks as always for joining me, Cam.
Mate, I've loved this. It's class.
Bye.